All right, welcome everyone to Pre-Market Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin. Um, is buy the dip going to work? I'm not really sure. TBD on that. Not today. It's not working, at least. Ever since Powell kind of stepped up to the mic there this morning. And Joel, walk us through what has happened today in the markets. It has not been pretty.
Now we have a little bit opposite of the usual Spencer move here the last 2 days. We are attempting to rally here into the close, coming off that 27.86 low. A lot of anticipations that JP was going to say something good, talk out talk up the market. That's not what he did. He talked it down, and I was looking at some potential shorts up above the market because I can cancel those orders because his initial comments, the spoos dropped 10 points. I mean, it was like I blinked. They were at 70, they were at 60. So JP did nothing to calm the nerves of investors. And really, what he was saying is really what we've been talking about on the show here for the last couple weeks. But whatever, we tried to rally in the morning, took out that pre-market low, and then things got a little bit ugly. We just went down to 27.86 even, and folks, we talk about the 50% retracement of the move. Well, that's where it was, 27.86. We obviously improved on that. Had a nice rally up to 29.65. We're even trading a 2900 handle earlier. So maybe we got a range. Maybe we'll trade 2800, 2750 to 2950 until things shake out. Crude not having a good day, down 56 cents here in the after hours, trading at 25.77. Gold having a good day, up 13.80 at 17.2060. Silver going the same direction for a change, up just a little over 3 cents at 15.74. Bitcoin back over 9,000. Those are the futures. They're up $355 at 9,225.
All right, so biggest takeaways from Powell's remarks this morning, like you said, Joel, the selling kind of started as soon as he started talking. Just highlights here. He talked about that there may be a need for more of a response from Congress, more of a policy response. Said a recovery could take longer than expected. Those are kind of the two biggest things.
Uncertain times.
Yeah, uncertain times and recovery may take longer than we think. And
Solvency issues that lead to
yeah,
liquidity issues. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
yeah. I
I mean,
mean,
he did say that they're not looking at negative rates right now. But
yeah,
I
that
mean, look. Last time he spoke, which was what, a couple weeks ago at the meeting, he didn't exactly sound too excited then either. I'm not really sure what the difference is between what he said today and what he said the other week. Both didn't sound great to me. The market didn't care a couple weeks ago, but I guess it cares now. And also of note is the past couple of days we've heard from a few legendary
yeah, that's
investors who've
true.
come out and hopped on the bear train. We had Drunken Miller in a speech last night said he was concerned. David Tepper today on CNBC said that just looking at forward PE, the market makes no sense, and it's the most overvalued it's been since the dot-com bubble. So the Bears are coming out to play right now, Joel.
Yeah, they are, and I know Trump bashed them, but they're allowed to, say their opinions, and that definitely added to the weakness in the market. They were kind of kicking a dog when it was down, as we had the
Yeah.
bad day yesterday, and then the JP comments. So they got, like I said, kicking a dog when it's down. I don't know if these guys are talking their book or whatnot, whatever it is, but making those comparisons just added fuel to the fire today, and really changed the momentum from when we were, talking in the pre-market. When I was doing that spot on hot mic during Powell's testimony, and I
That
was
must have been
like,
tough to talk and
oh
listen.
yeah. I'm like, okay, all right, man. Come on, JP. Give me something decent,
Yeah.
and it was just all negative. And then I was watching the market get pounded. So A lot of different factors today changes the complexion of the market quite a bit. From what we've had over the last week, a lot of unbridled enthusiasm that was really contained in your top five stocks. We've talked about Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook. Today, Amazon's the only one in the green by $2.05 at 23.59. The rest of those stocks are, are equal, well, a little bit more. Microsoft is down a little bit more on a percentage basis. So is Apple, so is Google, so is Facebook. And then the financials, Berkshire Hathaway, another bad day for that one. JP Morgan losing 4% here at 83 and a half. So the financials are, we're not telling us a pretty story earlier in the week. And we're getting follow through on that negativity today.
Yeah, so it's got to be a little concerning to see like the every sector in the S&P 500 down today. Obviously, the ones that we've been concerned about are getting hit the most, energy and financials, but tech is down. Everything is down today. Healthcare is down. Every sector in the S&P is down today. I don't know the last time we had that, but maybe it was yesterday. I wasn't looking at the sectors yesterday.
Yeah, the biotech, which we had talked about
Right,
yesterday, made that new all-time high
right.
yesterday. Couldn't follow through on the momentum of that move. And one thing I was thinking about with this biotech sector, I mean, yeah, there are going to be some winners and from losers from this, and
Yeah,
the COVID-19 crisis, but are all of them going to be winners? Is going to be
yeah.
across the board benefit? But that's a little bit after the fact. We all know what happened when those sectors hit all-time highs back in 2015. It wasn't pretty. It took 5 years to recover from that level. Different environment now. We'll see how the market treats these stocks going forward. But long-term targets are hit on that, I'm sure, for many people.
Something also to keep in mind is going back to the thoughts from Tepper and Drunken Miller, etc., is that 13F day is coming up. The 45 days from the end of the quarter is really tomorrow and Friday. Their 13Fs are due to be filed. The deadline is Friday, the 15th. So we're going to get over the next few days. Typically, they start trickling in, like maybe we'll see a few today and a few tomorrow and a few on Friday. But we will get a feel for how the largest hedge funds handled the volatility in March right now. So
Yeah, that's a good
we're gonna
point.
find out what they did in the first quarter, if they sold out like Buffett to the airlines, if they bought. I would imagine that could weigh on sentiment. Typically, maybe the past couple of years, we haven't seen as much of a reaction out of the 13Fs from anyone other than Buffett. But in this environment, who the hell knows, right? I mean, so it wouldn't shock me to see if the biggest hedge fund.
They were probably not buyers, right? And I mean,
Yeah,
that's what they're supposed to do, right? And so in that kind of decline, but you're not going to find out, if they're exiting these issues now.
no.
And I'm not sure who made the point on the show where I was talking to him. Jog my memory here. Oh, Scott Shellady, the cow
Hmm.
guy, right?
Hmm.
And, he said there was a lot of selling on the way down, right? There was real selling. There was real money,
Yeah.
exiting. And he kind of thought that the computers brought it up. And with
Hmm.
the pace of that move, that's kind of what it felt like. And, the computers just kept on buying. They kept on buying. They kept on
Hmm.
buying. And then, they finally got stuffed. And now they've turned and they've reprogrammed all the systems to sell, 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 sell. So I think we're more in a trading range. And maybe this 2,900, 2,950 area that we were up at the end of last week and this week could keep the cap on the market for now. The question is, where's going to be the bottom of the trading range after extensive periods of volatility? You want that volatility back, right? Because it's the most
Yeah.
lucrative trading.
Right.
But you know what? It's not that way. The market's calmed down and not calm today, but let's hope we can find a trading range until we get some positive things going on regarding a cure or a vaccine.
All right. I see a slight imbalance to the buy side.
Okay.
Don't know if it's doing a whole lot, but That's the way it
I
is.
didn't look at the 350 bump, but we have been moving higher here. We did
Okay.
hit that low at 2786 just as we began our afternoon broadcast. They did go back under 2800, but maybe those buying balances are tilting it towards the upside. You also have to think of there's a lot of there's always a lot of long-term investors, and I know we have some shorter-term traders in here that are playing things, but there's a lot of programs that are programmed for just they're looking for a 1 to 2 to 3 day time horizon.
Right.
And when you get this kind of move, I mean, they're not looking for us to go back to 2100 or 2200. They're taking intermediate profits, and that's what that's what they're designed to do. So some short-term buy income here as the S&Ps are back up over 2800.
All right, Joel. Did you see GE today?
No, but someone asked about it. What's it doing?
It hit I think a pre-financial crisis
Oh,
low.
lower than that. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
666.
yeah. Man, this is one of my best sells ever.
What do you
I owned this one from 15 to like 12
12?
or
Yeah.
11, and whew, cut my losses when I did. Save myself some pain.
There you go. Sometimes a small loss like that can be a great loss. Is there news today?
Oh, I didn't see any news. Not that I was looking for GE specifically. Let's check in the pro real fast.
Okay.
I would imagine it's just market related. The week get weaker. Yeah, the week get weaker.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you that, I haven't been following the issue that closely. It's kind of just fallen off the radar. But this whole aviation thing,
Yeah,
I mean, that's just like another sector of their business that's under siege here. So, whew,
I
what do
mean,
we get?
aren't they a parts supplier for Boeing and for everyone?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
aviation, yeah. Yeah, and then they came out flat out and said, I believe this was last week. You can check your Benzinga Pro that they were cutting jobs in that area.
yeah,
So
terrible.
yeah, yep. So GE not looking good here. I mean, if you want some technicals here, you did make a new low for the move. Let me look at how low we got in
Like
GE.
my chart doesn't go back far enough. Like my
I
chart will
don't
go.
think mine does either. Let me see.
Oh
That's
man,
bad.
yeah,
Yeah, because we're below the financial crisis lows.
yeah.
So my chart's not doing any good either.
It's
But
just
yeah,
ugh.
stay away.
Horrible, horrible. All right, looking ahead to some of the earnings we're going to get after the close today. Cisco, Jack in the Box, SmileDirectClub are the three that are on my radar.
Okay.
Uh, so a couple of interesting names here.
Cisco, I do own full disclosure. I do a little bit
This is
own a little
Cisco.
bit.
This is the tech, not the food.
Yeah, no, I know,
Yeah,
I know. I do
I
own a
want to
little
make
bit
sure
of
everyone else
that.
does.
I think probably even on it. I think eroded, bought it in sometime in 18, wrote it up, didn't sell it, wrote it down, didn't sell it. So probably not going to be doing anything off this report. But from what the charts are, the short-term charts are telling me here, got hit in March with the market, right? And it just seems like someone has a lot of stock to sell around the $44 area. You got up to, you had some highs in the 5360, 5370 area. You had to pop over yesterday over 44.30. No can do today, only 43.57 high. Um, hmm, it's going to be tough. They're going to need a good report. The first thing I would look at would be the high close of the rebound at 43.32. And then the high on that day, 43.65. I imagine if you get a pop up to 44, you could find some offers there. On the downside, you got a long way to go. If in fact Cisco does move big both ways, your low was 32.40, 12-point move. You could easily be back in bad report under $40, 38.39. Let's see how Cisco does after the close.
What about SDC here? One of these growth names, or you would think so, if you stopped looking at the chart last week.
People aren't going to the dentist. Ooh, everyone went out of the pool before this one,
Oh yeah,
man. Yeah. You had a run up to 10 1/4 yesterday, just crumbled with the market to settle at 809, continuing lower today. A lot of profit taking in the stock. Boy, oh boy. I'd look. I guess if you got to pop off some good news, you could take a look at 851. That's the high for today. The high yesterday, way up at 10 1/4. Man, this thing is a volatile puppy, huh? The way it moves around.
A little bit.
Yeah, 7 point move. Add 3.5 to what did it get to? 350 or something like that. 370, 7 1/4, 7.5. It's not too far from that. If this thing goes into reverse, taking back half of that rally. Nice rally since. Well, actually, I did a little article on this one. The March low was matched in April, and then they got some favorable news, and boom, took off to the north.
All right, 3 minutes to go here in the regular session, Joel. Are we still trying to rally?
We are trying to rally,
We're trying.
Spencer. Yeah, we got maybe some of those buying balances helped out just a little bit. Getting back some losses from the session. We did, let's see where we got to on that last pop up. Got a little bit of a green candle going here. You got to 1675, 1675, backed off at 2812 right now. So if you're looking for more upside here to end the session, you got to get through 28 1675. Not a lot in there. If we start to rebound, the morning low was 25 1/4, and we really didn't get heavy selling until we took out that morning low. Early more, it was the after hours and pre-market low. So see if you floated up there tonight. You always wonder, if the bulls are going to be working their butt off tonight and come in with another, 30, 40 point, rally. But it's always a possibility here when you're trading these stocks. That the overnight movement could be. It was great today, and I wish I would have been a little bit more. A little harder on Dennis. He was, well, these stocks are up too much, and it just seems like they're up too much. And I'm like, in the futures, I think, well, maybe the futures are telling you, Dennis, the stock shouldn't be up there. But no,
Yeah.
it was a good show this morning. Great insight into those imbalances and how people are jockeying themselves in the after hours. S&P's back up near the high of the rebound there at 1675.
Let's take a ticker from the chat here. Let's look at RVLV, Revolve. This is an apparel play. They're also due to report after the close today, so keep that in mind. But RVLV,
You said an apparel play?
apparel.
Like what kind of apparel?
Um, don't they do they make like shoes? And I'm not.
I have no idea. That's why I'm asking.
It's like a, I don't know. It's like a young person millennial, young person apparel. I'm not quite sure what kind of
Okay.
apparel they
Well,
have.
you're
I
a
just know
young person, Spencer. So
I'm old at heart.
uh let's see if they get a good report. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, if they have a big online business, they have a chance at a good report.
Yeah,
If
I believe they do.
Okay. All right, then they got a chance. 1550. That's my area of interest on the upside here. 1534. That was your high from yesterday. The current high of the rebound is 1547. You've marched your way up from the lower seven handle, 717. The stock is doubled. So I think they're going to need a pretty good darn report to get this thing over 1550.
Well, that report may have just come out. We'll see because we hit 4 o'clock. So that'll be it for us. Thanks to everyone who joined us. Please remember all the information from our broadcasts are meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. We'll be back tomorrow with Mark Chaikin from Chaikin Analytics. In the meantime, everyone have a great rest of your Wednesday, and wherever you are, stay safe.